So, on my first day as a delivery driver for Mr. Kipling, I had to do emergency stop. Fortunately, the lorry had exceedingly good brakes. I've also written a musical called Goldfish. It's very similar to Cats, although memory is a lot shorter. Come on. I'm going to keep going.
Please don't.
I've had to steal something to stir my pancake batter with, but it was a whisk I was willing to take.
Do you know what? Unfortunately, recently, I've stopped being able to orgasm. You know that?
Go on.
I've sat here and I've had to think about it, and I'm thinking about what the answer may be, and it just wouldn't come.
Then it came to me. It's a sticky situation you can't get yourself out of, Dal. That's the problem. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Black Dog 122. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
And I'm not to blame for these terrible jokes.
No, you aren't. Hello there. Anyway, yes. So, welcome to episode 122, a.k.a. Darren's playing bongos on his speaker stand.
It's my bloody microphone stand keeps...
Kicky the stand.
Drooping. It's drooping.
Yeah, that's a problem that happens to all of us at
yep,
this age.
I've got a cream for that. There we go.
I was going to say, take those little blue pills, my friend.
Yep. I thought they were just Tic Tacs. No wonder I've been feeling a bit stiff all day.
Oh. Yeah, I got the Viagra cream, used it for a massage, and now I've got a stiff neck. Anyway. Anywho. Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to 122. We're back. We're going to see how everyone's week is going, as per normal. See if there's any feedback for last week's episode. And then, for fuck's sake, mate. What is going on?
I'm just shifting myself.
Are you just setting up, yeah?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah.
Do we have to go round again?
No, I'm just shifting wires and God knows what else. I'm not joking. It looks like an explosion in a fucking cable factory round here at the minute.
Oh God! I got to dig out another joke. What do you want? I threw a ball for my dog. It's a bit extravagant, I know, but it was his birthday and he looked great in a dinner jacket.
Nice.
Thank you. Right, okay.
Why
Hello,
the jokes? Why'd you have to reset everything?
Hello,
Let's just
everyone.
go with it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Black Dog 122. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
There you go.
I'm Jim.
I've nothing to do with these jokes.
Fantastic. Yes, it's not scripted, honestly. Anyway, right, okay. So, yes, we'll see how everyone's week's been. You fucker.
That ain't nothing to do with me.
Fuck. Is this on? What? DJ Jazzy Jove, the Fresh Prince. Hello? Fuck me.
Just give you one of those nights.
Welcome to 122.
Welcome to 122. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
And this week we'll see how everyone's week's been. Oh, fuck. And then we'll see if there's any feedback. Oh, fuck, again. And then finally we'll move on to this week's movie, which I'm obviously paying penance for up front, which is Money Plane, starring Kelsey Grammer. Money Plane.
Money Plane.
Money Plane. Money Plane. Money Plane. Money Supermarket.
Niles, did you get the tickets?
Oh,
What
really?
for, Frasier?
Oh,
The plane.
really, Niles.
We're going on the money plane.
It's an entire server full of Bitcoin, Niles. Anyway. Just what? Anyway, we'll get to that soon enough. But first, let's find out how Jim's doing. Jim, how's your week been? Oh, fuck! Go on, Jim. How's your week been?
Not too bad. I mean, fairly quiet, to be honest. Thanks to the everlasting fun that isn't chemo.
No. Did it get worse after all of that? Because you weren't sure. It was like a kind of building up kind of thing.
More or less the same. I was quite pleased because this time I had one dose. I thought I won't be quite as bad, and I didn't come away with 2 courses of pills for the day after, which I'd blamed the hiccups on. Turns out that wasn't the problem. And so I did have hiccups all day Friday, but I worked out what it was because they only started after so I'm on several different painkillers still, because I've now got a large hole in my chest where I used to be lung, and it's actually one of the painkillers. It's a nerve painkiller.
Oh right.
And it's when I took that one that started the hiccups. So I stopped taking that, and then I had any more problem with hiccups. So
nice.
Not one.
Not one.
Good.
I'm presuming that's a pill that you can optionally take as opposed to one that's like.
Well, it's as I'm on another like higher duty one. It's like the second division one. I can skip that for a couple of days.
Okay.
But I'm looking to be cutting down the painkillers sort of anyway.
Right.
Because it's kind of I'm healing up quite nicely and blah blah blah, and it's
right.
And you can't stay on opioids all your life.
Really? Oh shit!
But
that's my week ruined.
I know. Give it a good try though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that, but still get that the tiredness, and you get like a weird numb mouth as well. But it's kind of the first day after hiccups, second day after I get kind of weird sort of numb mouth, and then the third day you get like the aggressive tiredness. But it's kind of then today again. I'm picking up again now, and it's kind of. So that's all right. If there's a pattern to it, that's fine. I can work with that.
Yeah.
If I don't on that particular painkiller the first 2 days after the chemo it stops the hiccups. That's the major pain in the arse sorted out. I mean the tiredness is annoying. You know, something like, I've got stuff to do, but then again, as my consultant said, is it that bad having to have a kip in the chair? No, it's not really.
Not really.
I'm completely allowed to do that.
That is
totally
good.
allowed to do that and not do any work or anything constructive at all.
Yay!
So, there's not many chances in this life where you're allowed to do that.
No.
So
that's definitely worth. I would say worth it, but then that would be a lie. I don't think it. I don't think anyone's going to sit there and say the old cancer research adverts. Yeah, cancer's relentless, but so are we. But don't worry, you get to have a kip in the afternoon. It's like, no, I don't think that's going to be this.
No, point. You got to just embrace these upsides when you're in that situation.
Oh yeah, that
basically.
Yeah.
But yes, other than that, said, I'm not really done an awful lot. Apart from I watch more old obscure British films, which I'm sort of quite enjoying. I've there's 2 or 3 which are all kind of almost like proto slasher films about very early movies about serial murders like pre-Psycho, and they've been sort of quite interesting because it's kind of they're constructed in a very sort of like a kitchen. What we call for that police procedural, but also a bit kitchen sink drama. There's a lot of kind of social commentary in them, and you don't really have a detective on a case; you just have a copper doing police work, and that's quite refreshing and sort of different for that kind of story. But the one I want to mention is one from 1959.
Oh yeah,
Cover Girl Killer.
Right,
about a psychopath who is literally hunting down the girls who appear on a certain gentleman's magazine cover and kills them.
Right.
But the thing is, the killer's played by a very young Harry H. Corbett.
Oh my God.
Blimey.
You dirty old man.
Yeah. But this was probably, I think it was pre-Steptoe. And before Steptoe, he was actually a very serious young actor. And even when he did Steptoe, he got pigeonholed, and actually, if you look into his life, that was a big bugbear. He got typecast.
Right.
But this is quite good. He gets to he plays this, highly calculating killer who's who actually adopts several different personas during the film just to fuck with the police.
Right.
And he's really chilling in it. I mean, it's a really brilliant performance. It's a good role because he gets to play like 3 or 4 different parts in one and show his range. But it was absolutely terrifying. It's just that cold, narcissist psychopath who's kind of, I'm doing this because I can. Really, really interesting sort of little movie. It's kind of a lot of fun, and I say it predates Psycho, and it's kind of really, really interesting. He said, but it turns up quite a bit on late night TV, so keep an eye out for it. Because it's definitely worth a watch. It's an interesting little film, and definitely just see Harry H. Corbett in a serious role and actually being bloody frightening.
Right. Okay. That's a thing to look out for. I don't know if I could take the cultural whiplash after seeing him in so many Carry On movies and Stepped on the Sun.
It's really strange, but it's one of those things. It's kind of, you forget who it is very quickly, very early on. You know what I mean? That's kind of the strength of the performance. You feel. So nice. It's it kind of turns up. Yeah, it's been on Talking Pictures a couple of times, so keep your eye out for that one. It's a cracker.
Yeah, Talking Pictures is kind of one of those weird channels that I keep on because I know that one day I'm going to stumble across something absolutely blinding. But every time I sort of hit it, it's always some sort of kitchen sink drama from about 1935 with everyone just standing there in like full dinner jacket and finery going, I'm going down the coal shaft, mother.
It's like, all terribly, horribly, wonderfully bad. Yes. Oh, it's all terribly, terribly.
Terribly. Yes. It's awful biscuit. Yes. Don't mind if I do.
Eddie Izzard made a comment about those sort of films once. He's like, all the, as you say, all the working class people were really posh. It's like, they'd have the people go, I talked to a posh person today. He said blah, blah, blah. And I believed him.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll look out for it because I tell you what, one day I'm going to stumble across something on Talking Pictures and I'm going to be like, oh, it's worth it. Totally worth it. Because they do have some absolute classics, especially on the, on the Friday night. There seems to be like a massive sort of dose of Hammer horror stuff kicking off, or Amicus stuff, because there seems to be a lot of Caroline Munro on Friday nights for reasons which I can only imagine.
I don't know what you mean, mate.
I know. No, you don't. Oh, well, maybe check it out and let us know what you think. And that's all I'm going to say.
It's the Caroline Munro Hour.
Yes. on Talking Pictures TV. The easiest way to have a wank. Anyway.
One for the dads.
one for the granddads at this point. Cool. Anything else, sir?
No, I'll leave that there.
Okay. Cool. All right then. And in which case, over to Mr. Elton, sir. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. I had a unscripted joke that I was going to be running at this moment about tossing in the kitchen because it's Shrove Tuesday. Tossing like a madman earlier on.
Nice.
But I had too much fun in that intro and I'm absolutely shattered now.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, well, so that's been your week then.
Yeah, that's my week because I had nothing else. It's been very quiet, and I'm counting my blessings for that because
sometimes
I
quiet is good. Yes.
Yeah, so I was going to come up with a tossing joke. There you
go.
There's the level drawn with me today.
Well, it's fine because it's basically on daytime TV, which my mum was watching. I happened to notice that they had on Phil and Holly this morning.
Oh, was Phil tossing?
No, actually,
was Holly tossing?
Holly was tossing.
Holly was tossing. Aye, aye, aye.
And she won a frying pan along with Giles Brandreth that said top tosser.
She won a frying
There we
pan
go.
and Giles Brandreth.
Well, of course. So make of that what you will. Yeah. So, but obviously daytime TV. It's the thing for. Yeah.
Oh, I've lowered myself to daytime TV jokes now, haven't I? I do apologise.
Not quite. Not quite. Don't worry. We don't charge based on laughs.
Thank goodness.
Luckily,
God.
yeah.
And as you're sitting there watching it, you hear a squeaky sound. You think, "Oh, what's that?" And you find out it's loose women.
Ooh, hang on.
There you go.
Oh God! Don't start. I'm going to say the fucking that show, man, alive.
I've never even seen that show.
Haven't you?
No, I have not. No.
Okay, you'll only see it once. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, just the once. I will spare anyone who's not seen it. Any kind of thing. Yeah, it's not
Just
fun.
stay away from it.
Yeah, just stay away from it. Just call yourself blissfully ignorant and call it a day. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Cool.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, I have nothing. I'm afraid
You have nothing.
Nada.
You have nothing.
No.
Oh right. Okay. Nout. I'll put under. Yeah. Absolutely nil pois. Okay. Well, in which case, then over to Darren. Have you got something other than nil pois, sir?
I have. Apart from being successful with the old pancake cooking today, which we've all very much enjoyed. I've still got some mixture in the fridge. We'll probably have some tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
This is very unusual that I didn't have to sacrifice one to the pancake god.
Oh,
Because
right.
you've always got to do like that one, haven't you? It's always the first one because the pan's not sort of like quite got to the right heat.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. But no, I got it right first time.
Nice.
So, yes, very nice.
That just
Pancake
crept up on
jam
you.
all over it.
Hey.
Oh, dear.
Sorry.
Very
Carry on.
funny, very funny. So there was that. Also, this week I gained a new skill. I am now repairer of washing machines. This week, seeing as our one kind of went and tried to break down. Basically, I don't know if anybody's ever seen this on their washing machine before. There is a very popular error that they get. And it's a very easy problem to fix. F05 error. Has anybody seen that at all?
That's the filter, my friend.
Yes, it is. Well, it's either looking at
it doesn't quite entirely drain.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the it's either the waste pipe or it's you've got a problem with the motor, and it's like you've got to pray that it's just the waste pipe that's not doing its thing. There doesn't
Bottom
seem to be
kickboard, leave it off, empty the sump, job's a good one. Normally a penny in there.
Something like that. I've had the whole thing open, fucking tin tray under the
Never works.
washing
You might as well
machine.
just accept that it's going to be water everywhere and just do it. Never works.
I did manage to catch it all in this tray this time, so we're all good. We're all good.
Last time I did it, it was like that bit in Titanic when old Yosser he's in the bridge and the water just comes straight through the window. I opened it up and I just went, "Oh fuck it!" It's like,
It's nice to accept it. It's coming.
Bollocks to it.
Put a bit of Celine Dion and just let the whole thing wash over me and fill the kitchen.
That would be quite funny if you did open the actual washing machine and it came out like a fucking riot cannon.
Yeah.
There you go. Just clinging on for dear life with your fingers. Your feet's not even touching the floor.
sitting there going, "Hold on." Trying to...
This is a pressure issue. Yeah.
Go on, carry on, mate.
So there we go. So I've managed to get that up and running now. So I'm hoping it doesn't kind of go again. I've been trying to figure out what it is that did go wrong because, like I say, the motor really wasn't a problem. There seemed to be some debris in the actual waste pipe which has come out, but I'm just wondering if it's the actual sink that it's plumbed into because I'm pretty sure I saw something and I was shining the light down the actual plug hole just to see if the water was flowing through. I'm pretty sure I saw something like paper down there or something like that. I'm gonna have to take that apart and have a look at that next.
Yep, that'll do it.
So there we go. Xbox achievement.
Xbox achievement. I have repaired sump.
Indeed.
I have repaired waste pipe.
I have repaired the washing machine.
Yes.
So there you go. So there was that. Now then, coming away from that and going on to games, there's one that came out today that I've been waiting for a while now, and it's been around longer than I think most people think it has.
My Little Pony: Friendship's Magic.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, right.
Great game. Lots of blood and gore. My level of horror, fantastic. Chainsaws and horses always mix. Yep.
Yeah, always.
Always. No, this game. This game's caused a bit of controversy, which I've been reading about, and I'm looking at it, so I'm not sure what the problem is that people seem to have with this. It's a game called Atomic Heart, and it's made by I think there are Russian members within the actual dev group, or they are Russian, but they're based somewhere else. And a lot of people said, "Oh, there's a lot of pro-Russian stuff in this. There's all this, that, and the other. It's all very a pro-Russian thing." It's like I'm playing the game and I'm thinking, have you actually played this game?
Yeah.
And seen what it is that classes as pro-Russian propaganda? For one thing, the game itself is set in a parallel universe where after the war, Russia got its act together and they started really climbing up the technology ladder, surpassing the rest of the world. So they've built like beautiful cities and stuff like this, and they've made like this new polymer that has kind of revolutionized robotics and stuff like this. And it's very over the top, very cheesy type of yes, we're all great, look at us, fantastic. So it's not even set in the same time period that we're in now, right? So this is a world away from the situation we find ourselves in present day. And this game's been in development for, it's been in development for a good long while. So, yeah, a lot of people think this is, serious propaganda for Russia, but I'm looking at this thinking, no, this is done with its tongue firmly planted in its cheek. It's not. I don't think it's really pro-Russian at all. It's in context with the setting of the story. So, fine. Maybe there's other things that I'm missing, but from what I could see, no. The game itself, very, very pretty. Very pretty indeed. Yeah, it looks absolutely stunning. It really does. And it's it's pretty good. I've got to say, if you like BioShock, then you're really going to like this.
Right.
It's very much, you play an agent. You're not quite sure what sort of agent you are because it doesn't go into too much, but you're basically there doing very official stuff for people. You've gone off to this one part of Russia where they've the technology there, where they create a lot of this stuff. They've built a lot of floating cities and stuff like this. And all of a sudden, all the robots that are within the facilities suddenly turn on everybody because somebody's programmed. Yeah, because robots. But it's all at the hand of someone who's altered the programming so that anybody human is seen as an enemy combatant.
Yeah.
And so it just goes fucking apeshit. So there we go.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, I'm liking it so far. There's lots of, you've got like a glove that does a lot of things like scanning, and it can absorb various things as well. And you can upgrade it to fire electric bolts and stuff like this.
All right.
It's also got an ability for you to see through walls, so you can see at a distance whether there's an enemy waiting down the end of a corridor and the like.
Oh, right.
So yeah, if you like BioShock, then this is definitely one for you.
Oh, okay.
Definitely one.
Cool.
And if you've got Game Pass, then it's free on there at the moment, which is where I got it from. So
okay.
Yeah, Very good indeed.
Nice. Okie dokie. Anything else, sir?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
just that. That's it.
Okay. Well, my week, pretty briefly. We finished watching Wednesday.
Okay. What did you think?
As long as I don't tie it in with the Addams Family and just watch it as goth detective solves crimes around a school, then I'm fine with it. I think whenever I start tying it into the Addams Family, it all goes a bit on the wonk. But by the end of it, it was every teen drama detective YA book I've ever seen or heard of in my entire life, and it all became a bit cliche. And then it did the worst thing, the big crime of all, the biggest crime of all, which is you've been following the main character being the detective and solving all the problems, and then she gets to the very last episode and she hasn't solved a fucking thing, hasn't worked a fucking thing out. Everything she's accused anyone ever of is completely fucking wrong. But because she happens to be the chosen one and the bad guy turns up and basically explains the plan, they go, oh, right, okay, she's won.
Thank you.
Hurrah. She has solved nothing. She has solved nothing. She has detected nothing. She was incorrect in every turn, and we have one episode to wrap it all up. Da 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 da. Oi! And that was it. Yeah, and also every time, and we might have this with Money Plane as well, but there seems to be a thing with something bad's about to happen. Well, we could run away, or we could shout out for help, or we could talk to someone, or we could try and do something, or we can just stand still for a long 5 to 6 second pause while villain A or B takes a long, good fucking run up with their cunt kicking boots and just goes to town. It's like, what? It's all cliche and it's all a bit rote, and it's just not. It's okay. It's fine. They're making a second season. I'll probably watch it, but I'm not really that bothered. Everyone keeps telling me to watch Picard season 3, and I'm not. So let me just say that for right now. I'm not.
That was it. I did actually catch the first.
Did
episode.
you?
Yes.
Did you? Okay. Never mind.
Okay. Fine. I'll shut up. Go to the corner I saw the trailer, and all I can think of is they took the notes from one of the old Next Generation episodes to work out exactly how to light the fucking scene. There are 4 lights. There can't be any more than 4. Everything 4 lights. So yeah, I can't be fucked with that. Unless the only thing it's worth it right now is for the Red Letter Media reviews of it, which I am now waiting for, that are going to be turning up every fortnight, and that I will base any decision to go forward based on what they actually do. Not necessarily saying I don't necessarily make my own decisions, but it's just recently their take on Trek has been pretty much mine, so I'm right there with it. But yeah, so I haven't seen Picard, but what I did also, what I also do, I went to a comedy club on Friday. Oh, did you now?
Yeah, I went up the creek in Greenwich.
Oh.
Saw a load of new comics that I haven't seen before. There was one guy called Mick Flood, who is, well, let's put it this way: he knows what you think of him by looking at him, and he plays to type, and then he plays around with the stereotypes, and it's really, really funny. Right. He basically introduces himself as the guy, as he's come cosplaying the guy you wouldn't want to sit next to on the bus. And it kind of goes from there. I couldn't do the justice to the jokes, but he's got this kind of very droll kind of delivery, and it was really, really funny. It's really good stuff, good laugh. But anyway, so So we went to that, and that was good laugh. And then, and I mentioned last week Katie won her PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this Sunday took down the TV that she wanted, her little 20-inch TV thing, went and set that up. Do you know how hard it is to set a fucking PlayStation up on a campus network? I mean, when you think that these kids or parents are paying upwards of like $1,000 a fucking month for the places to stay at, and you can't get a single network connection out without jumping through so many hoops, you might as well be a circus performing dog. It's just like, what the fuck? I'm sitting there. It's like, you can plug in the network cable, but you must always plug in on the left-hand side of the console. And then what you got to do is you got to register your MAC address with the local router. And then what you got to do is you got to register your local router's NAT password so that it can pass through all this information. It's like, I just want to play fucking Hades. I don't want to fucking sit there and hack a thing like I'm trying to get out of the fucking Matrix.
Should you wish to get the network connection, you must first go through the trials of Demos.
Exactly.
One, you must have an IP address.
Who seeks to get past the firewall of Canterbury University must answer me these questions 3.
What is the weight?
For fully
Of a
laden
swallow.
African.
African or European?
I don't know. Well,
Oh,
I don't know.
bugger.
What is your favorite color?
Blue, green. Oh, so... Anyway, so that was fun. But as a to say thank you, she took us around Canterbury and we found a cakes a cookie store called Sheeran's. Not Ed Sheeran. Don't worry.
No.
Don't worry. No,
Did
there
you-
wasn't.
you like the shape of the cookies, did you?
Yeah, I'm in love
Were you
with
in
the
love
shape
with them?
of. Yeah. No, there was no
I
ginger
hope he bit into them and went, these taste like shit.
They taste like ginger. Why is it ginger? Why have I got a ginger? Why have I got a ginger cookie? No, it's spelt completely differently. It's actually CH, not SH.
That's just to put you off, mate. To put you off the trail. That's
Well,
what that is.
I tell you what. If he makes cookies better than he makes music, I'm all right. Because I tell you what, I had one cookie which was actually 99.9% Galaxy Ripple with a bit of cookie stuck around it. And it was like, oh my god! And it was as thick as the old Farley's Rusks. I mean, this thing was like you could basically kill a horse with it. And then if it ate the bloody cookie, it would have died of insulin poisoning as well. So it's just like complete diabetes in one. It was fantastic.
I'm doing the fixture and I'm taking the mixture and I'm taking it in the bowl.
Yeah.
No.
So it was literally like a type 2 diabetes bomb. It was just amazing. And then Carol had like a brownie which was like 90% like Snickers bars, all just like crammed on top of each other with the barest whiff. With the barest whiff of a brownie actually put around it. I mean, it was literally just an excuse just to take a family Mars bar and just jam it in your face. It was a delivery system for a half a pound of sweets. That's all it was. It was brilliant. So that was good. And what else? Oh, and then finally, Last of Us, which continues to be good, although this latest episode, bit rushed from a gamer's point of view. That's all I'll say there.
I do have one criticism of The Last of Us.
Mm.
For a society that's got these things in it that can like track your movement from sound, they do an awful lot of slamming doors and talking very loudly outside. And it's like, are you fucking crazy? Shut the fuck up. Close the door slowly.
No, they make a whole point of that the clickers and all that kind of stuff, they just kind of hang where they were infected. They don't really do an awful lot. They don't move very far from their local locations. So if you can't see them, chances are you're not going to get ambushed by them because you bloody hear them for about a mile away beforehand, going all that sort of business. So. Yeah, except in the last episode when they all just decided to go, "Hello, surprise!" In the last episode,
Yes,
the previous episode,
bloody fantastic.
Yeah, that was
There you go.
yeah, and seriously, fuck that creepy girl thing. That was just no,
Yeah.
just no. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much been my week. Like I say, just sitting there trying to figure out PlayStations on a campus network, but But hey, this is what being a parent's all about. Sitting there and swearing at some anonymous piece of technology you have no hand in getting involved in. And that's it, really. So, let's have a look. So we watched last week. He says, desperately trying to fill while he fires up the Facebook page. We watched Banshees of Inisherin, a quote-unquote palate cleanser from Mr. Barnard to brighten our day and keep us going. We did ask for some feedback, which was on the Facebook group. And we got, apart from O'Deal asking 100,000 things about the physical 100, which I still haven't seen, by the way. Sean Gleason said he strangely enjoyed Banshees very much. Didn't even think about the Civil War parallels that we were mentioning until it was mentioned. Nice to see a time and place without a massive adventure, just a story in a small crowd. Mm-hmm. Thank you. David Renane wants to know if that guy from Star Wars, does he have a favourite word?
Oh dear.
But I don't know. Is his favourite word? I don't know. Is his favourite word father?
Does the favourite word begin with A? Does the favourite word begin with B?
I think it may be towards the end of the alphabet.
Is his favourite
towards V?
Is his favourite word said in episode 1, The Phantom Menace? Jesus Christ. Here we go again.
It's not Emperor Palpatine.
It's not?
No, not definitely not him.
Okay.
Saying, as Darren does it much better, vagina.
What?
Vagina. Lord Vader.
Yes, my master.
Yes, my master.
Do you know what my favourite? I just imagine those two in a bunk bed, right? But we got the Emperor on top, Vader's underneath, and he's like, they're just about to they've switched the lights off, and it's just Emperor's bored.
Lord Vader.
Yes, my master.
Do you know what my favourite word is?
No, but I get a feeling you're going to tell me anyway.
It's vagina.
Lightning. Yes. Oh, random callback to 100,000 years ago in this podcast history. Anyway, yes. So, yeah. Oh, and O'Deal also wanted to know what movie you couldn't talk about, Elton.
Yes.
Yeah, which
I can't say.
Still can't talk about it.
Still can't talk about
can't
it.
Say.
No, it's Encanto because we can't talk about Bruno. No. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. We didn't have an awful lot of feedback, to be honest with you, but there you go. That's the breaks these days. It goes from one corner, swings one way, then goes the other. Back to the old days of Series 1 when we used to have like an entire 3 hours dedicated to just the feedback. Anyway, if you do want to leave feedback for this episode or any other episode, do go onto the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast, or send us an email through feedback@blackdogpodcast.com. Right. Okay. Well, that's the end of that thing that we've done. There is no putting it off any longer. Huzzah.
God, no.
We've gone through the first half, and now it's time for the rumble. It's time for Money Plane. Roll a jingle. Money Plane. How many times can we say Money Plane? You wanna bet on a alligator fucking a man? Money plane. Roll the jingle. Hey baby, I hear the bailiffs calling. They're coming to break my legs. Oh my. And I don't have any money. Yeah, maybe can't afford the rent. Ha ha ha. But I have a job to do before the bailiffs come break my legs. It's Money Plane. Straight to DVDs, all I can do. Conservatory money, I love you. Good night. Right, so
Money Plane
is a 2020 American action film directed by Andrew Lawrence and starring Adam Copeland, Kelsey Grammer, who you just heard, Thomas Jane, who was just earning a paycheck, and Denise Richards. She's barely
there.
She's just there.
She turns up as mum.
She turns up as mum. Exactly. Oh, you're gonna love this. Right. The film is about a heist for a terrible man called Darius Emmanuel Grouch III, aka the Rumble, who wants Adam Copeland's character Jack and all of his team to perform a heist on board a plane of variable size with a massive casino in it and lots of Bitcoin, apparently, because that's where you keep it, because they're gambling over international waters or international airspace, so they can bet on anything. Will they be able to take it down? Will we be able to make it towards the end? Who fucking knows?
Who fucking cares?
Who fucking cares? The movie is a tight 82 minutes running time, though it feels like 17 and a half hours. The budget was $838,000.
What?
That was the budget. Yep. What do you mean? What really? Seriously? Never mind. Okay. Yeah.
I suppose it's like all that paint they had to get from fucking B&Q producers, to build all those sets inside somebody's living room. What can I say?
Don't forget the curtains.
The curtains. Must not forget the curtains. Yeah.
Yeah.
The most unplayed looking plane sets ever. There you are.
More curtains than a DFS sale.
Do you know what? I saw more convincing cockpit setups in that robot film from fucking Asylum.
Oh, what?
The one where they are actually sat in someone's sort of like, game room.
In the cupboard under the stairs. Atlantic Rim.
That one. Yeah. Fucking hell, sorry, I've started early. I can't help myself on this one.
You have. Well, actually, let's. I mean, it's going to be just a free-for-all. Guess how much it made with a budget of $838,000.
7p and a fucking button.
You reckon 7p and a button? Jim, how much you reckon?
7p and a fucking button.
A fucking button. How much you reckon, Jim?
I reckon it made 12 CD players stacked up pretending to be a server.
Oh, yes.
Elton, what about you?
God. 44%. The upload is at 44%.
Because the plane's flying over very slowly. Well, actually, it's even funnier now. It made $618.
What,
dollars?
What, donuts?
Dollars. $618.
$618.
Total.
Kelsey Grammer's looking at it thinking, well, that's not going to pay for the divorce bill, is it? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, $618.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah, it's just real scenes there.
That's a few of those platters of sandwiches from Marks and Spencer's out there. That's what they fed the crew on.
Fucking straight down Pret a Manger, blew the entire budget.
No, fuck that. No. We're going high level. Let's go super way. Yes. Super way.
It's cost them more to print the DVD box case than what they've actually earned.
It cost them more in paint for those wooden fucking sets. Oh. Would you like some production information? Seeing as
There
we don't
was?
normally do it. Yeah. There's
Were
production
there?
information on this. Hold on. Inspired by heist movies such as Ocean's 11, airplane movies such as Con Air, and their experience in Las Vegas, producers Schweitzer and Coney turned to Andrew Lawrence. Andrew Lawrence, by the way, was the director who was was the comedy concierge. The concierge.
No, that's Joey Lawrence.
Is that Joey Lawrence? Oh, in which case he's the one with the comedy mustache who blew his own brains out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's the cowboy. No, he's not the cowboy. No, he's the guy called Iggy.
Oh, Iggy, the one on the ground who looks like sort of like a bargain basement blue and white striped sort of Brandon, what's his name? Fucking Brendan Fraser.
So let me get this straight. This is influenced by fucking films like Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11 and Con Air.
So what we got was Doreen's 4. Is that what we got? Yeah. That's what we got, wasn't it? Doreen's 4.
Billy Bob's 5.5. Apparently they proposed an airplane casino movie, which they agreed to fund after Lawrence wrote the screenplay. And after securing Adam Copeland for the role of Jack Reese, producers cast Thomas Jane, who was clearly in it just for the money, as Reese's mentor, and Kelsey Grammer was their first casting choice as Darius Grouch. Excuse me, not just Darius Grouch. I mean, he was...
I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. I am Darius Grouch the Third.
Yes, the Rumble. Sorry, that clip cuts short there for some reason. But anyway,
it sounds like a 2-year-old in the body of Kelsey Grammer fucking throwing a tantrum now, doesn't it?
It does.
And I won't clear up my bedroom.
No. And
Kelsey Grammer toy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Pull the
exactly.
string again.
Pull the
I've got a snake in my boot.
I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. I am Darius Grouch.
You know what it's like? It's like, this is what happens when you order the fucking toy soldiers action figures from Wish. You get this.
Yeah. But the principal photography began in 2019 and continued through to late December. Yeah, apparently.
Well, there was actually a director of photography on this.
Apparently so.
Okay.
They cast. They wanted to cast Kelsey Grammer for as he was his first choice for Darius Emmanuel Grouch. They didn't expect him to accept. To their surprise, he did. Later explaining that it seemed like fun to have a moustache twirling kind of character. And basically,
they couldn't even afford the moustache for him, though. I mean, come on.
No, they gave it to that other guy who blew his brains out.
You can imagine the phone call after, though. It'll be, he said yes. What the fuck do we do now?
We haven't got the money for that. We haven't got the money for Grammer on set.
We weren't expecting this.
Which is probably why they filmed it at his house. Anyway, right. I'm going to stop it there because otherwise I'll just go through the bloody wiki. Okay, let's go round the table. None of us have seen this before. I'll go last because it was mine. But let's start with you, Elton. What did you think of Money Plane?
What did I think of Money Plane?
What did you think of Money Plane?
Well, it was absolutely shocking. Mm-hmm. It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The main guy, what's the main guy's real name?
Adam Copeland.
Did he blink once during this film? I don't think he did. I think he's actually got no eyelids.
Well, that was from the WWE wrestling that he used to do, because that's what he is. He's quite a big
wrestler,
name.
Is he?
WWE. Oh God, yeah. He goes by the name of Edge.
Right.
Yeah, he's been. If you sort of like you look back through WWE, sort of like modern history of it, it's he features in there quite prominently, especially during the during the 90s. Getting near the end of the 90s, he's kind of there.
Right. Yeah. Right. Is he fighting Triple H and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. He was in a tag team thing. It was Edge and Christian.
I've seen that film. Hold on.
No, you haven't. You haven't seen any edging films.
Edging Christians. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. Anyway,
it was 1 hour and 22 minutes of wasted time.
Was it wasted though? Was it?
Well, there were moments where I was like, "Oh, do you know what? Fuck it. It is absolutely terrible. This isn't. I don't think this is one where it's made to be bad. It's trying to be. It has that air of it that it was trying to be good, and it really failed quite hard. But yeah, it's utter shit, isn't it?
Okay, Jim. What about you? I'm storing you up, Dal, because I know you'll just go off on one.
Yeah.
Well, this was quite the thing. Not sure I could call it a movie, but never has so much being misunderstood by those with so few brain cells.
Never has so much been produced by so many people with so few talent. Yeah. Nice.
It was like it was coming from a strange parallel reality. Because nearly everything in this is wrong or wildly inaccurate at best. And that's before we get to the acting.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's just the script.
Yeah.
I'll leave that there for now.
Yeah, okay. And now we come to you, Mr. Barnard.
So I'm going to ask Lee. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Elton the other week.
Yeah.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you, man? What happened? At what point in your life did it take a right turn?
I'm just lashing out. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, I think this is a cry for fucking help. This film, isn't it? This is what this is. This is just notice me. I need to be seen. Well, you've been seen.
Notice me,
by the
senpai.
sniper. If you look out the window, you're currently being seen by the bloke with the high-powered sniper rifle, who's got that red dot trained between your eyes, right there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man. Okay, I've got to say, this is the worst WWE match I'd ever fucking watched. There wasn't even a ring invasion by the fucking Rock or anything like that. The storyline was shit. I mean, fucking hellfire. This is the worst. Vince McMahon's company's really gone down the fucking drain hole now. It really has.
I don't think he had anything to do with it, did he?
What, this?
Yeah.
Did it not have something like WWE films or something like that?
No.
No?
Distributed by Quiver Distribution.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Which has done a couple of other films we may be visiting in the not too distant future.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it was produced by Taylor and Dodge Entertainment. So,
Taylor and Dodgy.
Yeah.
Taylor and Dodgy Entertainment, yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. It's like, again, if it's going to be a paint, it's going to be beige, isn't it? It really is. This is just beige. It was, let's see. I think I will quote Maria when she described the pancakes that they had at school today. It was they were free of eggs, free of sugar, free of taste, free of a soul, free of any kind of direction. They were just they might as well have just been air. In fact, this film was a hole in the air. That's what it was.
Egg-free pancakes.
Yeah, egg-free pancakes. It was apparently they were free of everything. And do you know what? I slightly burnt one, and she went, "That's still better than what I had today."
Right.
I went, "Well, you just put the filling on that side, because that'll be fine." And she went, "Yeah, not a problem." And she still came away feeling more fulfilled by that one pancake than all the ones she had at school. So I don't know what they're feeding them there. I think they were like carpet mats or something, painted beige. But yeah, this film, beige. It was all beige. It was all all beige.
Ah, come on! It wasn't beige. It was hilariously bloody awful, but it weren't beige.
I think they should have. Do you know what? I think they should have all been dressed up in the skin tight air stewardess uniforms. Because bloody hellfire. Really? Is it not cutting off your circulation wearing that? You know? Are your legs not going like a shade of blue right now? Because fucking hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, hold on. I mean,
money plan.
Thank you. Thank you there. Yeah. I mean, I watched it. I mean, I kind of knew what we were getting into. I'd seen the review of it, and I knew it was going to be fucking awful. But the one thing I wasn't sure of, and the one thing to this day I still can't be sure of, is whether or not they were playing it straight and just fucking incompetent, or whether they were playing it for laughs and just weren't very good at it.
I think they were probably paying it just to get money to buy some food. I think that's what they. I think they were just glad of employment. That was just Kelsey Grammer. He's bailiffs and his second marriage were obviously calling on the door, and he was just If I don't get my Scotch egg, I'll fucking murder someone.
Yeah.
Money plan.
Thank you. Thank
Scotch egg plane, because that's what he's getting paid in next time. Scotch egg plane.
Yeah.
Get me my goddamn Scotch egg.
Yeah, I that was the thing. I couldn't get my head around it, because there was points where it was just hilariously bad, like when they were betting on the guy in the piranha pool. It was just like, bloke falls in and goes, "Oh Jesus, Lord help me!" And the next thing you see, there's like the world's worst papier-mâché fucking. It wasn't even an attempt to make that skeleton look even remotely realistic. It didn't even have human anatomy. It was just like a lump of papier-mâché with some ice stuck in it, and it just floating in a pond.
Do you know what I really loved was the fact that it had like about 5.5 pence in funds in there, and they were shoved in a cupboard. The drugs, like, because that's what you do, cupboard under the stairs.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. I mean, guys, come on, we just jump in and just give it a kick in. There's no point going around trying to find a deeper meaning of this bollocks. Jump in, just wade in. I mean, did anyone notice the in the server room, the walls of the server room? They obviously still had the plywood. You could still see the plywood frame.
Oh, yes.
The walls of the server room.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that stuff, though. You look at it and you just think, okay, this is supposed to be a huge plane. I forget which type of plane this is. The outside one where they had the aerial shots.
I think it was a Boeing Red October. That's what it was.
Well, no, that was an inverse Red October.
Really?
Because it was smaller on the inside than it appeared on the outside. There was a lot less room in it.
Actually,
here's the games room with one table.
Excuse me, I'm just going to squeeze past you. Sorry, I'm not touching you there. I'm just squeezing past. Right, I'm just trying to get to the blackjack table. I'm really sorry.
I'm going to be honest. I did make copious notes while watching this. But there was the thing about the plane.
Can we do nonsense bingo?
Oh, go on in nonsense bingo. Go on in.
Right, so we fly over international waters, so we can do what we like. Well, I'm sure the drug traffickers and mass murderers and gangsters are really worried about breaking the law.
Yes. Yeah. And what the fuck does even flying over international waters even mean?
I don't know.
Why would you have a casino on a thing that's got fucking turbulence built into it? I don't care how good your pilot is. You're sitting there, you're playing your cards, and all of a sudden one big bump and all the chips are up in the air.
But I can assure that because I myself, I'm a pilot too.
Yeah,
I too am a pilot.
So am I, and so is my wife.
Yeah, I'd believe a man is one of the best pilots when he can't even pronounce concierge. I'm your concierge. Concierge. I'm your concierge.
I too am a concierge. I can vouch for these concierges because I too am a concierge.
Concierge, yes, I am a concierge.
It's like everything in this film was written by someone who didn't understand a thing about what they were writing about.
Yeah, there was a line I took down that was from Thomas Jane, and he actually says before it all kicks off, he says to Adam Copeland's character, and he says, I have a thing about planes. I don't like planes. And Adam Copeland's character goes, oh yeah, that's a bit rich coming from the youngest major general in the Air Force. And he goes, and then Thomas Jane turns around and says, and I actually wrote this down, he said, I would have made lieutenant if it wasn't for the run around with you. Lieutenant? Hold on, isn't lieutenant below
down?
major
I was
general?
gonna say, that's a demotion.
That's what? It's just that kind of nonsense. That's where I kept going. It was like every time I was just getting into like, oh yeah, I'm just watching like fucking MacGyver, but with a slightly smaller budget. And then all of a sudden I'd trip over lines like that, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Did anyone actually read this script?
Did anyone actually write this script?
Yeah.
Did they actually have a script?
The fact that they seem to think you need your own servers to put the crypto on.
Oh, the fucking crypto.
I'll stick the crypto on for us, will you? Yeah. I don't know. Stick it on, I don't know, gas mark 6. That'll do.
I wrote down crypto doesn't get stored on one server. And
That's kind of the point.
You know what really would have really been good, right? Is if they had to delete something and you see it pixelate and each pixel disappear as it's being deleted.
Yeah, Amiga X copy format going across the screen in But yeah, the fact that they were all supposed to like, you've got to have a plan B, you've got to have a plan A, you've got to understand your exits and interests, and got to understand when to go south. And it's like, what's my plan? Well, I'm going to go and punch this pilot in the face, go into the cockpit and take over. Never once considering that there might be a co-pilot.
That's the thing. He got in there and went, oh, a co-pilot.
A fucking co-pilot.
Really? Big plane. Like this. That cockpit was never, ever for that size of plane either.
No.
It's just no. Where did you find this?
It wasn't even as big as the cockpit in the movie Airplane.
No.
Which could comfortably fit 3 people plus a blow-up co-pilot.
Oh, they had Roger over and under, didn't it?
They did. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I thought it was missing also, right? Which I thought would have added a bit to the realism is, you know, we had to keep the plane within radio contact of this fucking site that we're doing the download. It would have been good if he'd strayed just out of it and suddenly got like, you know, Grove Tex, a transmission from one of the fucking
pick
cabs
up on
come
2.
through.
Pick up on 2.
POB.
Return to base.
Who the fuck is this? Get off the line.
But even that was fucking ridiculous. Did anyone notice that like there was the whole thing of like we have to transmit down to a ground base because we're in the middle of fucking nowhere, and then right at the end, they go, "Oh yeah, we'll just deposit this $1 billion worth of crypto to half a dozen charities, and I'll do it from your mobile phone." And it's like,
yep.
What? Hold on, didn't you need a geezer on the ground with like 40 grand's worth of fucking transmission kit just to pick it up?
Basically PayPal in it around.
Yeah. Yeah, we transferred it to the like fucking Dr. Bernardo's. It's like, all right, okay. Fucking hellfire. It's like, did you even look at what you did the 5 seconds before? Oh God.
It's a fact you just walk into the cockpit.
Yeah,
and the rest of the crew can just get a job as an air hostess on this super secret legendary plane. Everyone can just wander around willy nilly. It's kind of, have you ever been on a real plane?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's an ordinary plane, you try to pull that shit, you might sitting back in your seat, sir. Or I'll mace you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is a super duper criminal operation. No, just pop around the back and kill people with a broken bottle, maybe.
Yeah.
Find the drugs they've got stashed there for no good reason.
Yep.
Oh, look, some petty small change. What?
Oh god! And by the way, Dal, I mean, I know you're out of the four of us, you're now the one who's officially working in IT, right?
Yes, I am.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you answer me a question? Because I haven't worked in IT officially for about 23 years.
Go on, then.
Can you answer me a question?
Yes.
Are servers now not earthed? Because if you touch one, do you just instantly fry?
Well, apparently, no, it's true. It's true. I often trip over and fall headlong into the server rack and get electrocuted, and it does absolutely nothing to the actual quality of the IT in the building whatsoever. You know, it's like everybody's still got a connection to everything. Nobody notices. There's lots of fucking fireworks going off in the server room, and there's fucking glass everywhere. Every single time it's fuck it, done it again.
Smoke. I mean, nobody's going to notice smoke or flames or anything like that. No heat sensors. No nothing.
I'm reading on IMDb on one of the goofs, and it says the computer servers. Yeah, the computer servers. Clearly CD players stacked on top of each other. In one shot, a bare naked lady's CD stunt pops out during a fight scene.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yes.
It does.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Money playing.
5 days since tackled you and
Money playing.
Chicken China, the Chinese chicken.
Do you want to bet on a dude fucking an alligator? Or do you want to bet on a dude fucking an alligator?
Oh God. Oh. I also like the fact that in this super secret, dodgy fucking, like, we can bet on anything. In the Man vs. Cobra arena, they've got branding all around the boards, all around the fucking site. It's like money playing on the walls and money playing on the door and money playing on the fucking arena. It's like, wow, they've got branding for this super secret airplane. That's really good.
What's the first rule of money playing? Always advertise money plane.
Advertise money plane.
My favourite scene during it, though, is when Iggy is on the ground and he's being approached by all of these other people that he's being...
Oh, my God.
And they have a shootout, which is very reminiscent of the Naked Gun shootout. I think it's Naked Gun, where they're behind the bins. Right next to each other and just throwing bullets at each other.
Yep.
But then he punches through this thing, which is clearly about 4 meters long.
I've done that before.
Like go gadget arm.
We are talking about the chef's kiss of that entire scene there.
Oh, don't tell me the drone.
The drone holding a fucking Colt 45 or whatever it is, the fucking holding an actual handgun.
There are drones that can do that.
Maplin's special with some duct tape stuck to it. No, come on.
There are.
Excuse me. No. You can get gun laden drones. That I believe. But gun laden drones where the gun is just like hanging off the bottom, it's just a pistol. You are having a fucking laugh.
Exactly.
You are literally having a giggle if you're telling me that someone could go down the local fucking Rumbelows, pick up a £20 drone, and then hang a 4 kilo fucking gun off the bottom of it with a trigger pulling. yeah, no, I'm not buying that. Not even for a second. And it looked fucking stupid as well, especially when Thomas Jane's sitting there with an Xbox controller looking and going, yeah, I got you. And there's all these fucking RoboCop graphics flying up all over the place. And this thing is like just kind of hovering about, sort of barely keeping straight. It's kind of wobbling left and right.
There's also the thing of him, like, you know, obviously while he's wearing the headset to play the Xbox game, he's got his other headset on underneath it, because how the fucking hell did he take that call?
Yeah.
So, you know, who are you speaking to, Grandad? What the fuck is going on here? Was it? It's the dementia's kicked in. That's what it is. Oh, yeah. Good Lord, he's talking to himself. Look.
By the way, can we just talk about? I'm the
baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Can we just talk about him?
Darius Grouch the Third.
Because the one thing I can't get with Darius Grouch the Third is, what was his actual fucking plan? The reason I ask this is because to start with, and this is what I was saying just before we went to the review. The Adam Copeland fella, Mr. Bug Eyes, I'm constantly looking like I'm watching my parents kissing and I have to look away awkwardly. That was the look on his face all the time.
He looks like Ernie constantly. Why don't you blink? Your eyes not get dry.
But he goes into that quote unquote gallery with the high security viewing room, which is clearly a stationery cupboard somewhere. And he goes in there and then realizes the painting's been taken. He then turns around and says, I'm gonna have to go and see the Rumble. I'm gonna have to go to the Rumble's HQ. They go to the Rumble's HQ. He then introduced the Rumble, a.k.a. Darius Emmanuel Grouch III, a.k.a. the Rumble, then introduces himself directly to the Edge as if he's never met him before. And it's like, okay. And then it turns out that Darius Emmanuel Grouch III, a.k.a. the Rumble, has bought all of Adam Copeland's debts up. Right, yeah. So he's
consolidated them into one easy monthly payment.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, so you've bought his debts, you own him. Why did you have to go through the convoluted stitching him up with the fucking painting? Why did you have to do that? And then when he goes on the money plane, Darius Grouch stitches him up again so he can't download the Bitcoin. He sends troops over to Iggy to shoot at Iggy, and it's like, what were you hoping to achieve there by stopping your own heist?
That's the thing. Well, I think that was the question of, well, why would he need to rob his own painting? And everyone for the rest of the movie just sat there going, yeah. Why?
Yeah. Why?
What is that point?
What is the point of...
What do you get out of this? You've just wasted lots of money. You are not earning any money out of this whatsoever.
No. And you've already got the geezer to do your bidding, because you've already threatened his wife, his daughter, and you've also said that you've bought all of his debts up. So... you've got all the money, you've got all the cards, you don't need to go through some convoluted, oh no, I stitched you up, ha ha ha, it's a double cross. I stole my own painting. Bam, bam, bam. It's like,
why?
Why?
It was to force him to go on this job. There we go. I've made the leap. I've made the, I'm making excuses for the bad fucking writing.
But he would have gone on the job anyway.
To do what? To steal the money that he was going to kill the person on the ground that was going to be collecting the money, which is that's not how it actually works anyway.
Yeah.
So he would have killed the person who would be collecting the money, and then it would have still been on the plane.
Yeah.
I love the way you're expecting some logic to be applied here, Elton. I mean, God bless your cotton socks, mate. But you know,
my tinfoil hat theory is he just hated him.
Yeah.
You're just doing it because you just didn't like him. You stupid one expression motherfucker. Firstly, you go to an abandoned building thinking it's an art gallery.
It's like one of those fucking scam emails, isn't it? It's just, fucking hell. It's just you fell for that. Like, what's this? A Nigerian astronaut stuck in orbit. And I've got a. I didn't even realise Nigeria had a space program, but what the hell? This was an email that I actually got once. Okay, I got that. I got told that a Nigerian astronaut was stuck in fucking orbit, and they needed to get him down. Right?
Do the voice. Do the voice.
I'm not doing the voice. But I was told they needed to bring him down, and what would need to happen is I would need to give them some money to get some money, right? And it was just, that was it. Really.
Oh.
If I find that fucking email,
Darren,
I will just put it up on the board.
Darren, how would sending money to an astronaut get him down?
Well, then he'd have bus fare, wouldn't he?
He'd just be on his phone.
Yeah.
I am rich, he says he floats off into space.
No, because he can't afford an Uber from up there. So what you do is you pay him some money and he can afford the Uber, right? And he can then get back to.
I am heavier because I got
planet.
more money on my
Your
phone.
car is nearby. It's like he's booked a cab, he's booked the fucking Uber, right? He's told him where he is, and it's like
Omar is 15 minutes away.
Yeah, exactly. But then you find out that he's actually turned up at the local Tesco's expecting this bloke to be there, and he's not. But I'm in orbit. I'm like, well, you should have been more clear on your email.
I'm sorry, I'm happy. It's only 2-dimensional.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cargo space, cargo no space, cargo no fly, cargo road. Yeah.
Oh God. I'm rich, I say, I'm rich. She disappears into fucking deep space. Oh God. Oh,
I can just imagine though the conversation. Nobody falls for the scam, and it's like, well, somebody better tell Derek. What, you tell him? No, I'm not telling him. You tell him. You tell him there's absolutely no way we're getting him down from orbit.
It's like that email's been reworded by an AI.
Yeah. Derek, are you sitting? Oh, of course you're sitting down. You're in a
fucking capsule.
Capsule.
Right, Planet Earth is blue and there's nothing I can do. Tell me how much money did I make from that email scam?
Nobody wants to fund you to come back to Earth. What? Did you tell them? Did you tell
Fuck
them that
my life.
if they give you some money, they can have some back because of the endeavour that we're trying? Yeah, we told them all that, and nobody believed us. They just didn't. They didn't want to know. Maybe it's the way you're selling it. No, I tried my best. I got Bob to have a look at the email before I sent it off, and he was well happy with it. He said, "Yeah, that'll do it."
Spell check
So
and everything.
He did. He put it through Grammarly and all that, and it was fine. And I sent it off, and no, we got no takers, mate. So
how much did you ask for?
you know.
By the way, I think I've got. Can you send me up some duct tape? I think I've got a leak.
Oh, the radio's so bad it only kicks in when he's actually above them. So it's like, so have you got anybody?
What do you mean?
You haven't got... So what you're saying is,
it'll be round in 24 hours.
I can see my house.
Look, Wendy, I can fly.
Tell Doris, my wife, I love her.
Oh, I hope he becomes a new character.
The Nigerian Space Prince. So, a
That should be a
Nigerian
tier
space,
on Patreon.
Nigerian Space Prince. What did you think of the film? Well, I really didn't enjoy it. The acting and the plot development, not to be desired.
Oh, Nigerian Space Prince.
So, Nigerian Space Prince, how was your week? Are you taking them? Are you fucking pin? What do you mean that was my week?
Oxygen levels dropping.
Yeah. I've done nothing. I've just been sat on my arse.
Caramba.
Oh God. I think we're done.
We've had more fun talking about this non-existent Nigerian Space Prince than we have actually about the film.
Oh. Right. Oh God. I don't even know
POB on a pickup for Nigerian Space Prince, who's in orbit currently above Czechoslovakia. Any takers? Any takers? Any takers? How many stubble rates? It's
400
Christmas.
Ugandan dollars.
Oh dear.
Oh God. I've got one note here. I'll just say this. Pulled his fucking ears off.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What was that note? I can't even remember what that note was.
That was
lady
when
was
the
having a
woman
fight.
pulled his ears off. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right. There you go. Sorry.
In some of the world's slowest fight scenes without slow-mo.
Oh, God.
You just stand there while leisurely I'll take a bit of a run up with this punch. You can see it coming. You can see it coming. Oh, there we are. And then the sound effects.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because this film was so incompetent. In that opening scene where it put up the caption, Art Museum, I wondered if that was the lead character's name. Because they put it right under him.
So, Mr. Museum.
There's 3 things you got to know about.
Oh, just call me Art. Yeah.
Half a museum. Half? What about the other half? Oh, God. Fucking hell. Yeah,
Bit that had me giggling as well.
Yeah, go on.
You know, when they're coming out the art museum and they're having a little shoot up, and they're basically stood in front of the car, shooting at the other people, shooting at them. No one's hitting each other. They're about 2 meters away from each other, not hitting anything, not killing anyone, no wounds or anything like that, no near misses, no ricochets. And yet they still have time to jump in the van, and then they speed up the film to make it look like they're getting away really, really quickly in the car.
I especially like speaking about that firefight. I especially like the fact that the muzzle flashes were all the same muzzle flash. They were all just stuck on GIFs. Just like splat, splat, splat.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, they were just stuck on. They were just like stuck on, like, I don't know whether they were like stock footage or whether they were just like someone made some like little flash graphic in After Effects, which they were using a lot for the displays, and then just slapping it all over the text. Because there was one point where one guy was firing and the flash was literally like about 1.5 feet away from the end of his gun, where the comp was too big. And they've just scaled it up, and it's like, oh, fuck. We need to have a bigger flash for this one because it's a machine gun. Oh, it's Darius Crouch at the end. And he's like, it's rumble time. Firing at no one in particular.
Yep.
And they obviously scaled the flash up. So the flash is actually happening about 1 foot off the end of his machine gun. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
I would go back and watch it, but I'm not going to.
No, don't bother. Don't bother. It really is not worth the effort.
And then you have like characters like the cowboy that ends up shooting himself in the head. But once it is, can you tell he's a cowboy? Ah, look me, I'm a cowboy. I got a cowboy hat on. I'm gonna
hold on,
shoot him in the air.
He had the weirdest name as well. Hold on, Comedy Roulette. Comedy Tash. I wrote down Comedy Tash. J.R. Crockett equals piss poor acting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, J.R. Crockett. If I'm not J.R. Crockett, some kind of space cowboy.
What we had there was basically if you tried to order Sam Elliott through Wish, that's what you get.
Well, it actually would have been like, it would have been closer to sort of like if you'd asked like a primary school to do, was it a primary school to do Roadhouse, and Sam Elliott's character walks in, and you get like an 8-year-old walking in with a cowboy hat and a big long moustache, going, "Well, hello there, I'm an 80-year-old cowboy." It was just the weirdest thing.
Why is it so easy to overtake this airplane, though? Why is it so easy to get into the cockpit? Why is it so easy to walk around and find the server room? Why is it so easy to go downstairs? Why is it so easy to go through all of these curtains?
Yeah.
Many curtains.
So many curtains. It was like a haberdasher's.
Now, Lee, did you see the curtains and go, "Oh, they'd look nice"?
Well, yeah, actually, I was going to say that I did notice the carpet in the money plane was the same colour as the carpet in my house, but yeah, no.
Sure, that's where they weren't filming it.
Yeah, in my house.
While you were out. Just put some curtains up.
I mean, I call it a plane.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I might actually do that. I might actually get the money plane's curtains, especially the ones for when they were boarding the plane. When it was like clearly just a corridor with a bunch of blue curtains down it and a lady at the end standing on a box.
Yep.
Hey, if it worked for Atlantic Rim, it would work for this. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, well. By the way, why did they have to keep putting captions up for the different zones, like the casino floor? Casino floor? Who the fuck are they kidding? It was literally just a table.
Excuse me, coming through. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Casino floor, casino walls,
I noticed,
casino ceiling.
I made a note of what he said. Everything that was in there. There was the hotel. There was the private rooms. There was the
heated plunge pool.
Exactly. There was the sports bar, casino floor,
and a big size swimming pool.
There was his girlfriend, but you don't know her because she goes to a different school.
Yep, that's it. Oh God! It was the bit when they took off as well. They took off and they went. Now that's a smooth takeoff. And it's like,
God,
what?
yes.
You mean they didn't even incline? It was like, how the fuck did they even take off? Did they just like fly in a straight line until the curvature of the Earth fell away? It was just like, what? They going into orbit?
They just strafed, didn't they, to position?
Yeah.
Bunny hopped. That's what they did.
Was
Bunny
this
hop.
Microsoft Simulator?
Yes, yeah, but it was, oh God, the thing I couldn't get my head around was what they were betting on. It was like when that guy chopped the other guy's arm off. What was the bet there?
That he chopped the other bloke's arm off.
Well, that wasn't in doubt, was it?
Yeah, that was.
Hey, I won.
Yeah,
I think it was the time that it was going to happen.
Oh right, what time the other bloke would get drunk and just chop the other bloke's arm off?
Because there was a guy who was getting bitten by snakes.
Mm.
I think it was snakes anyway. I couldn't
didn't
even
see the
a
snake,
single
did we?
snake.
No, we never really saw the snake.
No.
We heard him shout, "Oh my God, it's a snake!" And then we heard, "Sss," and then we saw him dead on the floor.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, we've made that connection.
Yeah. The sound effects have done a lot of heavy lifting there.
But that was all about the timing. So I don't know. It was like two men in the room. It's like, well, bet on this. Well, what's he going to do? He's
Yeah.
going to cut his arm off, of course. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why? Why is that going
Why?
to trigger? Well, yeah, it's up to him.
Yeah. And I can't. I've got a lot of notes here, and I'm looking at them, and I'm just getting more and more depressed the more I look at them.
Do you know what? All I'll say is, right, it's 2 minutes past 11. We could get a really decent night's sleep in if we finish this now. I'm just saying. Right? I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. That's all I'm doing. All right, okay?
What are you saying? You taking the piss? I can't get to sleep. I've got to keep this fucker in orbit.
Bog roll. I need bog roll.
My suit's filling up. By the way, when they opened the door to throw all the stuff out, was that most unimpressive wind machine ever? It was like someone turned on a hairdryer in the room next door.
It probably was a hairdryer.
It's like they open up, they slowed the plane down so that they wouldn't get chopped up by the engines. And they're like 30,000 feet up in the air. They open the door, and then no alarms go off. No one's warned. Nothing. The autopilot doesn't immediately correct. Nothing happens. And then what happens is all the paper, all the money, just sits in a corner, looking basically like someone's just glued it there, and a couple of errant notes just fly out the door. I'm sure that was supposed to look a lot more impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were going to give. They did the Robin Hood thing of giving the money back to the public. But what they didn't realise is they were actually flying over Dartford, so dollars mean fuck all there. You know, it's like, what's this? What's this party?
Meanwhile, a few 100,000 feet above, you fuckers are going to use that.
Does anyone have this week's lottery numbers?
There was a moment when he was flying the plane. He was in the air, in the cockpit, and there was a shot of him. You had that side-on view of it, or 3/4 shot of him driving the airplane, and it's just clouds outside.
Puts it into gear. There you go. What's a 4x4 option here?
Flying the airplane, and it's just beautiful clouds outside. You're like, okay, fair enough. The next shot, when they go back to him again, he's about 300 feet from the ground. And there's lush green grass. He's like coming into Terminal 5. It's like really, really low. And then the next shot, he's right back up in the clouds again.
Actually, speaking of terminals, Money Plane Terminal at undisclosed location. Can I just...
that was really fucking discreet, that was, wasn't it?
It was a fucking airport with about 400,000 planes around the fucking site. And a motorway leading into the front gate. Well, that wasn't discreet, hidden away Money Plane Terminal. That was clearly just an airport. Fucking hell. Money Plane Terminal, undisclosed
But why
location.
is it called Money Plane as well? When you suggested this film, I assumed, all right, Money Plane. They're going to be like, robbing a plane that's transporting bullion between banks. Not some fucking bargain basement casino full of curtains.
Yep. Full of curtains.
Money Plane. Stop saying Money Plane.
Money Plane. Yeah.
Money Plane.
Thank you. And by the way, if you were honestly betting on
you want to bet on a dude fucking an alligator?
I mean, what would you bet on with that? Are you going to bet that he can do it? Or the alligator's going to turn it around? Or what?
Who comes first?
Who comes first? Yeah. Yeah. Wherever he get to finish before the alligator has him out? What? That he brings the alligator to orgasm? What are you betting on?
I don't know.
And the other thing was we can assure you that Darius Grouch's head will be on the table by the time we touch down and land. And it's like, why? Because you've heard over the radio someone shout a load of stuff about Money Plane.
That's what he just played it over the tannoy, didn't he?
Yeah. He just played it over the tannoy. It's like, I'm Darius Gratz III, and I'm going to take down the money playing Give Me My Money.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would like hardened criminals be convinced by a random playback after we've already had like the plane flying shit, we've had the plane going up and down like a fucking yo-yo, and then we had some random piece of music so that people could have a fight down in the cargo hold and not set off the alarms. Just like, what? In fact, I think that's where the most of the money went, on that fucking piece of licensed music that they played.
Have you wondered where they got all the food and their supplies? Because I'm pretty sure they probably went to Money Supermarket to get the, this, that, and the other.
Money Supermarket.
MoneySupermarket.com. There we go.
Nice. We're not sponsored by them yet.
Yeah. So what's that? Is that can I have a tin of baked bean pounds, please?
Yep. Yep, that's it. Yeah. Are you taking the... I'm a man in a tin can, all bit in the air. Anyway, I think we're done. Unless anyone's got anything they would like to add. But this was bollocks.
Yeah.
I think is where it comes to.
It was fun. It was fun talking to you guys about it as well. That's the thing.
That's the thing, isn't it? If we can have like an hour's worth of talking shit about a really bad film, it's money well spent. That's what I say. Time well spent, because we end up being all super serious about things and strokey chin, but sometimes you just need to watch a load of old bollocks and take the piss. And this was that load of old bollocks.
We need to find more of these.
Don't worry, we are. I like I say, my plan has been for this year for me to be the harbinger of doom when it comes around to my turn every time. You guys can have the big highbrow bollocks, and you can talk all the sensible things, but when it comes to my turn, yeah, and we're having shall we say, ill-advised viewing.
No.
I think it's probably the best way of putting it.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Internet. Motherfucker. Anyway, any last thoughts before we
No.
No?
Don't be silly.
No? Okay.
They didn't have first thoughts. We shouldn't bother have to have second last thoughts.
Yeah, if we couldn't even get past the Nigerian astronaut, we spent longer talking about him than the fucking
Space
film.
Prince.
Nigerian Space Prince. I think we can't. I think we just wrap it up there. Okay then. I can't even remember whose bloody turn it is this time. I've lost my brain.
I think it's mine, I believe.
I was going to yes, it is yours, Jim. Okay, well, before we ask what that was, Jim, just a reminder to everyone, if you have made the terrible, terrible decision to ignore what we've just said and actually watch
Money Plane.
Thank you. Then do send in feedback either via the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/The Black Dog Podcast, or send us an email in via feedback@blackdogpodcast.com and let us know what you thought. And may God have mercy on your soul. Right. So, Jim, now that we're free and clear of Money Plane, it's over to you. What have you got for us next week?
Well, I thought I wouldn't do the petty revenge thing.
Oh God! Oh no! What have we done?
No. And I had various films on mine to try and raise the tone again.
Yeah.
And in the end, I threw all of them out for something else that I just I found by chance, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
It is on Amazon Prime.
Mm.
And so, like everyone else, I've been enjoying The Last of Us, and I rather suspect this movie might have been a bit of an influence on the game. It's a film from 2010 called Stakeland.
Oh, right. Excellent.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Okay, Stakeland.
Yeah.
Is that like Iceland, but not frozen stuff?
It's right next to the meat counter.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's what BJam used to be.
Steakland.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to brush up on my my vampire puns then. That's got. I've got a week. I've got a week to do it. Cool.
You have a rather
Steakland.
large stake in this, don't you?
Yeah. I know. Thanks for that, Dal. Anyway.
It's a right pain in the neck.
Oh, bloody hell. Anyway.
Suckers.
Right. Okay. Well, I've never seen it, but yes, we'll check it out. Steakland.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a sequel, Steakland 2, The Steaklander.
The stakening.
Steak a lot with a vengeance. Steakland 2, Electric Boogaloo. No, anyway, we're only
Steakland 3 apparently. This one takes a bit of a right turn. A Nigerian prince crashes from outer space, having observed the Earth since the vampires kind of kicked off.
Of all the places I could have lived. Right. Anyway, we'll come back to Steakland and check out the progress of the Nigerian Space Prince next week. but anyway, we'll just go around the table and find out what everyone's doing in Pimp's Corner. Jim, do you want to tell us what's happening on hypnagoria.com?
Yes, this week there's a new commentary club coming out looking at the Young Ones episode Interesting, and the first part of was going to be a serial reading in 3 parts of Robert E. Howard's Pigeons from Hell, a southern spooky voodoo story.
Right. Okay. That sounds kind of interesting. Pigeons from Hell. That's an episode of Pigeon Street I never thought I'd see.
No.
One for the oldies in the audience. Cool. Okay, and that's all over at hypnagoria.com, yeah? Yeah.
Yes, it is indeed.
Brilliant. Elton, what about you, sir?
I can't remember. There is something out on Shonky Lab, and there will be something out on Shonky Lab. I forget though.
I will help you out.
No, it's fine. Look, people know where to go and get this sort of stuff, so it's cool.
I've been listening to it. It's the view of the future from people in the past.
Oh yeah,
with you and Scott Copperman. I've been listening to it.
And the next one out is about nuclear war, which is
Is it?
It might be a little bit too on the nose at this moment.
No, be fine. It'll be fine.
Nice.
You wait till you hear about the Russians.
Oh, well, I think we've been
already
quite
recorded
enough.
that one.
Yes, we've already recorded that one. Yes.
Damn.
You know, Darren's all up for a bit of post-apocalyptic radioactive madness. You know. Oh well. Post-apocalypse, or is it just apocalypse? Who can say? Because you can't go past an apocalypse. You just have it. Anyway, right. Well, that's it. Darren, have you got anything to push or promote?
No.
apart from the email address for the Nigerian Space Prince.
Yeah. Although I do have a question. If all the lampposts suddenly get massacred, is that a post-apocalypse?
Money plane.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, and on that note, thank you very much for listening. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton. And
No problem.
yes, and we'll see you all back for the infinitely more sensible Steakland. At least I'm hoping that's the case, and it's not some petty revenge by Jim. But we'll see next week. So until then, take care. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all soon. Tatty bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Like some paper.
Money plane.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on.
Get out of the booth, Jack.
No, I like it in here.